Chapter 3. I Spy with My Little Eye. Ellie pranced back to her seat as Jessica scooted to the spot closest to the window. Ellie would tell her friends about the case later, but first, she wanted to find a lead.
"Oh, wanna play I Spy?"
asked Fez as soon as he spotted Ellie.
"I'm great at this game."
Without waiting for Ellie to sit or even agree, Fez began.
"I spy with my little eye something that is brown."
Jessica sat in silence as Ellie played along while she dug for her notebook. She guessed everything from Jessica's sweater to the gunk stuck on the bus's windowsill, but after several minutes, she still couldn't figure it out.
"I give up,"
Ellie said eventually as her stomach gave a monstrous growl.
"I'm too hungry and distracted." "What is it?"
She reached in her backpack and searched for a stick of jerky.
"It's the mark on Jessica's arm. It kind of looks like a mouse,"
said Fez with a big grin. But when Ellie turned to see what he was talking about, Jessica had already tugged the leopard print sleeve down to hide the brown spot. She sprang to her feet and looked at Ellie, who had finally found the Jelly Belly liver jam jerky.
"If you're going to eat that disgusting thing, I'm going to sit somewhere else,"
Jessica scoffed. She paused for a second to stifle a sneeze before climbing over Ellie and making her way to an empty seat a few rows back. Ellie and Fez shared a confused glance. Jessica was never afraid to speak her mind, but she wasn't normally mean about it, especially not to her best friend, Ellie.
"It definitely seems like something is bugging Jessica,"
said Fez, as Ellie turned to look at Jessica, who was staring out the window in her new seat.
"Definitely,"
Ellie agreed. It was odd that she was so crabby, and why would she be wearing a sweater on the bus when she said she was hot earlier? Ellie's stomach growled once again, interrupting her thoughts. Ellie gave her mopey-looking friend one last glance before turning her attention to her notebook. After a few minutes of scribbling, though, she hadn't gotten very far. She'd only managed to doodle a jellyfish and a blank numbered list of clues and suspects. Ellie's stomach grumbled once more.
"Maybe I just need some food,"
she thought. She finally peeled open the stick of jerky, but before she could take a bite, it was gone.
Screech!
The jerky flew out of her hand as the bus once again came to a sudden stop.
"Not another monster,"
Ellie thought.
"Oops,"
said the bus driver.
"Hit the brakes a bit too hard that time. Sorry, but we're here."
Fez pointed to the jam jerky on the ground.
"Are you going to eat that?"
Ellie looked at a dust bunny near her snack and slumped her shoulders. "No, go ahead." Fez scooped it off the ground and gave it a good blow before chomping down. Everyone slowly poured out of the bus onto the pink and white gravel pathway that forked off to the cabins, beach, and trails. Ellie fanned her face as the hot sun beat down. She grabbed her sunscreen and slathered it on, but soon her hands became too slippery. The bottle popped right out of her grip and rolled under the bus to the other side. Ellie walked around the bus, but paused to watch a stout man and a woman in deep conversation. They both wore beige and green park ranger outfits.
"The jellyfish are just vanishing," said the plump park ranger. "If this continues, we're going to have to close the park. Possibly for good."
"That's terrible,"
said the slender woman.
"Why would we have to close the park?"
"We need to preserve the jellyfish that are left," the plump ranger explained. "With them disappearing, the whole lake's ecosystem is in danger."
"Where do you think all the jellyfish are going?"
"No idea. But between the disappearing jellyfish and those strange footprints on the beach last week, this place sure is weird lately."
"Yes!"
Ellie cheered, far louder than intended. This was the lead she needed. The two park rangers turned toward her.
"Oh,
Ellie spotted her sunscreen on the gravel near her feet.
My sunscreen!"
She pointed at it.
"I wasn't sure where it went, but I found it. Yippee!"
Ellie quickly scooped up her sunscreen and raced to tell her friends about their new case.